Welcome back into KSL News Radio, getting you ready for BYU and Arkansas. Joined now by BYU linebacker Max Tooley. And Max, how much urgency has there been this week with the angle of revenge and trying to get the upper hand in this rematch against the Hogs?
Yeah, I mean, it's been big, especially, we have a lot of new faces, but, there's a lot of guys coming back that we want revenge. We want show them that, last year wasn't what we wanted to put on tape. So I think, there's a big chip on our shoulder going into this week that we want to prepare the right way. We want to do everything the right way so we can, learn from our mistakes from last year. So
I'll put you on the spot a little bit. There, you've faced some really good quarterbacks in your time here at BYU, with you guys having coast-to-coast football there in Independence. Where does KJ Jefferson stack up among the better quarterbacks that you have faced in your BYU career?
I mean, it's really hard to not put him at close to the top. Someone at his size who moves the way he does and makes the plays that he does. I have a lot of respect for him as an athlete and as a football player. He's right at the top. I think he's proven that he can be a force, on every down, whether he's running the ball or throwing the ball. Or just directing the offense. So I think, it's a big time player to play against, and that's what us as football players we thrive on, right? We love playing against the best. So I think it's just something to motivate us a little bit more.
How much do you also thrive on big stages? I know LES is a huge stage, and you guys have had a rocking crowd in week one, but maybe just going into the SEC, a new territory, bring that stretch wide to a stadium that's never seen that before. Just maybe what are your thoughts on that atmosphere that awaits?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than playing in these big SEC stadiums, with stadiums like the Coliseum. Those fans are so passionate, and they're going to come out and support their team regardless of how they're doing in the year. So I think, that's something big that's going to play into it as well. I think we're just going to find that energy. We're going to feed off of their crowd. They can be hostile or whatever. I haven't played at Arkansas personally, but, I've played in Tennessee. I've played in Neyland Stadium. So I've seen how those fans can be. And, I think it's just a bigger motivator to perform and do well. So
Max Tooley is my guest here on KSL News Radio. And I got to ask you, Max, how's it been navigating a football season while also being a married man now?
Yeah, I think in some ways it's a little bit easier, honestly. There's less distractions, less of a social life, less of a social presence. So it's kind of easy to have just my wife, keeping me on the right track. We'll watch film together at night and stuff like that. I'll kind of show her and explain to her stuff, and it kind of helps me in a way. Before I didn't really have somebody to do that with, and so I think, in a way, it's lifted a little bit off my shoulders. Just having her, she supports me in everything that I do, so it's been good.
It's got to be music to the ears to Coach Hill, and I got to ask you, what do you enjoy the most about being in Coach Hill's defense this year?
Yeah, I love the way he just pushes us every day to become the best versions of ourselves, both on and off the field. Coming out here like on a Tuesday, this is always going to be a bloody Tuesday, is what he calls it. So it's that day that we're really going to come out and grind and push each other. The scout team is going to go really hard. But, that's what Jay Hill is all about. You can't get better without, going through some adversity or some just getting tougher. So I think that's something he's brought to us and, brought in a greater sense of urgency to our defensive squad and everything that we do. So.
Through a few weeks, how do you feel just health-wise? I know you're coming back from the shoulder, but just everything feel good, and where do you feel like you're at individually with your play in this new scheme?
Yeah, I think, I'm still learning. I had a little bit of hiccups in fall camp, and didn't practice a couple weeks out of the camp, and so it took a little bit more for me to get used to the offense or to the defense. Excuse me, but it's been good. Jay, he's been a great mentor, and Justin Enna, he's a fabulous coach. He's getting me right every week. But yeah, in terms of my health, I feel like I've been able to put on a couple more pounds this year, and it's helped in terms of keeping my body healthier, staying in the fight more. So, yeah, it's been solid up to this point. I can't complain.
We got to have some sort of nickname for you, Vongphachanh and Bywater. You guys are, a lot of experience, a lot of production under your belt. How much are you enjoying working with those two guys?
Yeah, both of those guys are studs. AJ came in, obviously from a different scene up at Utah State, but he fit in perfectly here at BYU. He's been one of those mentors to all of us, really. Just the way that he attacks each day. Same with Ben. They're always grinding in the weight room, grinding out here in practice. So it's great to have a couple vets beside me. Just to help uplift the whole defense, uplift our linebacker room. So.
Well, Max, best of luck against the Hogs, and looking forward to this rematch game and talk down the road.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.